Oh, right.
Yeah, because, we're doing a podcast, Evan. God, be a professional.
Oops.
You freaking idiot.
Yes, diddly.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't record everything. Then you just get started on a conversation, then that happens. But yes, introduce yourself.
Alright, I will record everything. Everyone betray me. Now, yeah, I'm Evan. Evan, just a regular dude and artist of the webcomic Evan's Whole Grain Glop, which is very critically acclaimed in the future.
I'd like to hope so. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess we got to talk about comics later too, but yeah, we go way back from that other podcast we did, and I just recently I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing the podcast back because they're easy to make and they're fun, and I gotta pad out that watch minutes so I can get that sweet YouTube ad revenue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get that sweet YouTube ad revenue, but yeah. But back to Steven Universe and maybe just Cartoon Network period. That and Samurai Jack are like the only thing I'm watching on actual television right now. Everything else is like just streaming services.
Yeah, I don't have actual television, so I'm just there with the streaming.
Yep. But
Like right now, all I've really been watching, aside from just YouTube stuff, because I like to support all the lovely content creators, is mostly just BoJack Horseman, and that's pretty much it.
That's the show.
Yeah.
That is the show. So apparently there's a Christmas special, and I didn't know this existed, so is it separate from the show itself, or is it like in the show?
I have no idea. I haven't watched it because I've only just started season 2.
Okay, so you want to keep watching it. Apparently it comes out during the summer, so if you space out the episodes, it'll just be one seamless loop to supposedly the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that like there's gonna be more, but at the same time I kind of wish they were done with it already, so I could stop feeling sad and wondering who wondering whether or not BoJack's a dad. Oh, spoilers!
Oh God!
Know. Oh
damn
crap!
It! I mean, I could have easily predicted that, but still.
Yeah, because just a phone number and just not a phone number, but whatever. Just I want to know what happens already. Hurry it up, people who make BoJack Horseman. That's an order from me.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, I love it to death, but I also notice a definite pattern where I'm like, wait a minute. Even though this show likes to satirize 90s sitcoms for doing everything in their power to feel good, even when it doesn't fit the mood, I can't help but notice that BoJack Horseman does the exact same thing, but inverted. Like, it'll have a nice regular story plot going, and then it'll just throw in some depressing stuff for no reason just to make you feel bad. Like Inverse Full House. I love it to death, but I just really hope that it doesn't become a norm. Because stuff like this needs to stay special. Like, if every single show was BoJack, I would probably stop watching shows in general.
Absolutely, like that. Like I like that whole idea of like it needs to be special, but I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna ruin it because that's just what we do. We ruin things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just probably going to be the tone of media once our generation really takes control and gets to really screw things up. Because, I mean, I'm just noticing that with everything from memes to comics to everything. Depression is the new, depression's the new black, basically. It's cool and hip to not like yourself.
Guess so.
Which is, again, worrisome. Like anything else, it's great in small doses. But when it's everything, it's going to be a really bad time. We are all going to be horrible parents.
You're going to be a horrible parent. I got me some awesome parenting skills. It's called the belts and the no TV after 8 o'clock.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Oh, shoot. No. I need to say, oh, heck yeah. Got to keep things advertiser friendly.
Absolutely, dude. We got to get that sweet YouTube ad revenue.
Yeah, 50 cents.
All 50 of them. In the pocket, and we can't do it with all your cussing and meandering in the verbiage. But I don't know. You want to talk about how YouTube might be dead and how the Wild West is over?
Oh well, the Wild West was pretty much predictable after the was very very predictable in
Yeah.
its ending. Yeah, but as far as YouTube itself goes,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't think it's going to be 100% over. People are still going to definitely be using it as a
Mhm.
platform,
Uh-huh.
but it's no longer going to be a viable source of income for content creators. They're going to have to rely on Patreon. Like David Firth made a Patreon video recently, and it does an excellent job of describing the way he sees things going.
Mm. What was it? Yeah. I don't think like YouTube's going anywhere. Just like MySpace, it's still around. It's just a shell of what it used to be, you know. And like if you go into it, you can see like bits and pieces of what it used to be. But for the most part, it's like something else, and that's kind of what I think YouTube is going to be now. And it's. I think it's been exactly 10 years, if not longer. When did YouTube first come out? 2005. 2007.
Longer than that, I think.
Well, when I first heard about it, it was like 2007. Dad like showed me Chocolate Rain, and I was like, "Wow, this is cool." And then Mom and Dad wouldn't let me watch YouTube anymore, so naturally I had to sneak out and watch all the stuff people were making. I remember the guy who did the Lego Batman stop motion stuff.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was whew, that was back when it was cool to just do cat videos.
Yeah, and now it's so much other stuff. You know, it's sad how I don't like how things change, and it's not the same as it used to be. I want it to be the same forever, Evan. Why can't it be the same forever?
It's all the fault of those Eastern politicians.
Yeah, sure. Let's blame them. Okay, like I've been keeping off the news for the longest time for the sole reason that it used to be I could watch the news and just laugh. Now, if I watch it for longer than 5 minutes, and I've timed myself, if it's longer than 5 minutes, I start getting like actually angry
Yeah,
because like they're
that's
just
why.
yeah.
That's why I just read news stories instead of watching news channels, with the exception of Philly D, of course.
Yeah, Philip DeFranco is very good. I got a Philip DeFranco shrine in my closet. I'm trying to gather like a whole bunch of his hairs. Don't tell him I'm doing that.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
got the.
but I just like. This is going to sound crazy because everyone hates what used to be called the newsstand app and just all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how it. But I actually like how it lets you just pick whatever news you want to see instead of just pre-selecting this is the news you see.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it means I get to be selective and only look at things that I agree with,
Mm-hmm.
but it means that I get to pick a list of news networks that all vehemently disagree with each other and will present entirely different sides of an issue.
Uh-huh.
Because that means that I can have a more quote unquote accurate news experience
Mm-hmm.
because I can read all sides of the spectrum and think, okay, how do I synthesize these and to get to a closer approximation of the actual truth?
That's crazy, Evan. It's almost like you're trying to find your own like solution to the whole fake news problem. That's crazy. It's almost like you're trying to be responsible for the information you take in. That's so weird. That's so weird, Evan. You're an outlier. You're weird.
Now.
Nah, but like, I was in the library yesterday. I was with like a buddy, and we were just kind of walking around, and she turned this magazine over. I'm like, "Why you turn this magazine over?" I'm like, "Just flip it over." I look at it, and it's like this Trump bobblehead on a Time magazine, and I'm like, "I don't think flipping over magazines is gonna solve the problem." And then she's like, "It makes me feel better," and I'm like, "You know what? I'll grant you that, but we want to solve problems." And she's like, "Let me flip it back over," and she flipped it back over, and she walked away. And I almost went back and flipped it over just to be that way, but I kind of got the point, you know? Like,
Yeah.
echo chambers are nice, they're lovely, you just get to hear what you think over and over again, but they will not solve the issues. Speaking
Yeah,
of
definitely.
speaking of issues, how about, so, when a lot of people say something over and over again, I get suspicious because more often than not, at least ever since I've been paying attention, the majority has been wrong or has not gotten the entire point of something. So when it's in my Facebook feed 3 or 4 times, hey, these Republicans didn't read the bill, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what are the specifics of this here? and what do I know about politics to offset this? And I know that people who are like in like just like Senate people, like not Senate, like Senate, House Representatives, they have to spend so much of their time campaigning for their next bit of office that they don't get to do a lot of their job in the first place. Now, if I was in that particular position, I would just make it a point to just do my 2 years, get as much stuff done as I could, and then go, as opposed to preparing for the next one. But that's their prerogative, and as such, due to their priorities being the way that they are, that's why they're not able to read all these bills. That doesn't make it okay, but when you just automatically assume it's like ill intent and malice, nobody wins, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when you look into the why, and we try to fix the why, instead of just being like, oh, you suck, you're horrible for not reading the bills, and yeah, it's dumb, you should read a bill that you're trying to sign. Then again, if it's 3,000 pages long, there's obviously like something else going on, but you get the point.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we're screwed basically. That's the point.
Yeah, I mean we've been screwed ever since the start of the 20th, man. Yeah, it's the same sort of mindset that allows Disney to hold on to Mickey Mouse for way longer than they should, and stops the free dissemination of that creative concept, which is a central part of American. Oh my God, I'm about to go on a Mickey Mouse tangent, and
please do. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, have you ever heard of the Air Pirates?
I did not hear of the Air Pirates. Go on.
Oh my goodness.